What's going on, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions. I have a very special guest today, Mr. Zach Coyne, coming up onto the show. Welcome, Zach.
What up, what up? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your support. I appreciate anybody that takes their time to check out the episodes and maybe even just like listen to a conversation between folks, man. That's something I miss since we all been locked up for a long time. But yeah, so for those who aren't familiar with the show, the basic format is we have some intro questions to set the tone, and then we go into a little icebreaker. It's a spelling bee. You can feel free to participate or not. It's up to you. I'm not gonna put you on spot. And then we get into the main meat of the questions, and then after that we finish it off with a concluding question. You cool with that, Zach?
Yeah. Spelling's definitely not my strong suit. I always probably came in last in the class, so I probably won't make it on, but let's give it a shot.
No doubt, man. Right on. All right, man. My first question for you is, how have you been? It's been a while. Are you doing well? You going through it? How you been, man?
I've been good, man. I've been good. COVID's been, tough on obviously everybody. This year's been pretty monumental, though, actually. Me and my girlfriend just bought a house, actually, a couple months ago.
Congrats. Holy shit.
Thank you. Yeah. We were living at my parents' house for a few years, just saving up, which we were very thankful that my parents let us do that. And Yeah, we've just been moving in slowly but surely, making a house to a home.
I got you.
It's been a process, but and then I actually just got vaccinated this week. So
second dose, first dose?
No, first dose.
Dude, how'd you get it? Through work or what?
Actually, no.
Oh, you got a black market?
No. On myturn.gov, I think it is. You just sign up on there, and then actually, like 4 days later, both of our doctors hit us up. They said we had a pre-existing condition, and it was actually smoking.
Oh, okay. All right.
Triggered it, so
I need to tell my doctor right now, man.
Yeah, there you go. So that's Pfizer. So
for sure. Team Pfizer.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Oh well, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're staying healthy. Dude, for some reason, I had no idea. It crossed my mind. I forgot what I came across of yours, but I didn't realize we were the same age. But I know. So you're 30, right?
Yeah. I turned 30 last October.
Dude. So yeah. Is it hitting different for you, 30? Because I know it is for me. Like,
yeah, man, I felt old. When that number popped up, because I was always just I'm in my 20s, I can do whatever, but then 30 hit and I was just like, wow, I gotta get my shit together.
I can't do anything I want anymore. Yeah, I feel you, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think it's a good milestone, for us to change and for us to make changes in our lives. But I just wanted to ask that because since we're basically that generation and that year, I feel like we all kind of go through similar experiences and similar mindsets. So that's why I just asked that question.
30 is the new 20, so I mean,
no doubt.
We can still live it out, come on.
But even better, because now we're a little more mature and kind of know what we really, really like, what we really don't like, and we can just focus on the things we enjoy. That's what I think the 30s is all about. Yeah, man. My second question for you is, what would you like your descendants to know about you? If you think, 5 generations down, man, they're thinking about their great-great-great-grandfather or great-great-great-uncle, and what would you like them to know about you?
Um, what would I like them to know about me? Just that I'm happy in my life right now, and it takes hard work to get to where you want to get, basically, and nothing's taken for granted over here, and yeah, I don't know, family first, and yeah,
no worries, man. No wrong answers. they just listening to you, man. They just like, oh damn, and they'll probably take what they want from what you just said. So don't even trip about it. All right, man. My third question for you is, how would you like to be honored? Like, if I was telling myself I'm gonna honor Zach today, what should I do in your honor?
How would I like to be honored? I don't know. Gracefully.
Okay.
Just hopefully they have good memories of me. Nothing too special. Honestly, pretty low key. I'm not like a huge let's get everyone together type of guy. It's just more, the homies and yeah.
No worries.
Nothing too crazy.
All right, man. No worries. I'm just gonna, whatever I do that day, I'm just to say this one's for Zach. This one's for you, man.
Pour one out for me.
There you go. That's one way. Yeah. For sure, man. And my fourth question for you is, how well do you know yourself? And if it's hard to put into words, you could just do a scale from 1 to 10.
How well do I know myself? Probably, at this point in my life, there's still so much more to learn, but I've got many years ahead of me, but I'm probably at a 7, I would say.
Nice.
Out of 10.
Okay.
I feel like my earlier years, I was running around with my head cut off, just trying to, get by, and then, in my 20s, I feel like I really, started to find myself and matured and just really started to really get to know myself much better.
I got you. For sure, man. I mean, for me, I give myself a 5. Like you said, there's stuff you know, there's stuff you don't know. For me, it's at my highest points, I feel like I really know myself. At my lowest points, I feel like I don't know myself at all. So yeah, it goes through it. But I'm glad that you feel like you know yourself. I think it's a really important part.
And you evolve too. So things that you knew about yourself before, they change over time, and stuff like that as well. So
no doubt, man. No doubt. For sure. So now we're heading into the spelling bee portion of the of the podcast, and you got two chances, and your word is committee.
Committee,
yeah.
All right. COMMITTE.
You got it right, man. People mess up with the double letters. There's double M's, there's double T's, there's double E's, and you got it right. That means you're being humble, man. You were being modest earlier. Like you came in first in all those spelling bees, right?
No way. No.
I see that trophy behind you. For sure, man. But
that's crazy.
Well, congrats. If basically what this means is that you'll be invited to my spelling bee episode somewhere down the line with all the contestants or all the guests who got their spelling question right. If you can make it, and I know that's the hardest thing about it is like trying to get like 5 people to open up some time to do it. But I'll let you know when it happens, and if you're down, if you can make it, maybe come through.
I gotta represent, of course.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. What's it called? Yeah, man, it's I think most likely the prize is gonna be some kind of hella hungry clothing item. So, at least
sure.
You get something.
There we go.
Quick question before we jump into the main meat. You still in that Marin area, or did you move somewhere further?
So we're a little more north. Do you know Petaluma?
Yeah. Okay. You up there?
Yeah. Marin was a little too rich for us to get in on. We saved up a bunch of money, but not that much. Can't be throwing down that much. But yeah, so we're up in Petaluma, and honestly, with things just opening up, we're just starting to get our feel with restaurants around here and everything like that. Obviously it's still limited capacity and everything, but with COVID and everything, it's been just house projects and ordering in, or DoorDash or something like that, or just making food here because everything's been closed. So we're excited for everything opening up, and obviously we're close to like wine country and everything like that. So
you into wines now, or?
I mean, I'm getting there. Yeah.
Pinkies up.
Yeah. No, it's a fun experience for sure, and there's so many around here. So we're excited to explore that as well.
For sure. I haven't gotten into wines yet, but I was never much of a beer drinker back when we were drinking just Coors and Bud and everything. And but nowadays when I try a beer, like I can actually taste, the differences and like what I like and dislike, and it's a trip to me. But once I get into that wine game, maybe I'll start noticing the same thing how I did with beer. But
yeah, definitely. I'm still getting there, but I've got to visit a couple more wineries to get that kind of palate.
For sure, man. For sure. All right, man. Here we go into the main meat of the questions. Give me a number between 1 and 34.
All right, let's start with 27.
27. Here we go. Ooh. How do you define ego?
Ego. It's you gotta be not like, it just depends who you are, honestly. Some people have cocky egos, some people have humble egos, low key. I would say I'm more on the low key side. I'm not too cocky, I'm not too out there, and it can really show on first impressions with people too. You can kind of just tell who has a big ego, or who's trying to prove themselves, or who's really just more laid back, more chill to talk to. Not too much to prove, which goes a long way in my book. Honestly, people who are a little too aggressive are just, I don't know, I kind of chalk it up to, I mean, not for me.
Hey man, everyone's not for everybody. So I feel you on that.
No, totally.
Yeah. How
it doesn't mean you're a bad person either. So it's just, we wouldn't vibe on that on the same level. Is what I'm getting at.
There's a lot of circumstances, right, that builds a person's ego. And for me, it's usually, I think if I see somebody with an ego I don't vibe with, I chalk it up to maybe something in their childhood or how they were raised, or like, not saying they were raised badly, but it was, it developed that ego in them. And
no, totally. Yeah, different households have different, vibes.
Exactly. How would you say your ego has helped you?
I would say being more low key has its advantages for sure. Especially like with my girlfriend or something, like less fights, you know, you kind of just you kind of just go with the flow. Just I don't know.
You can say you're wrong, right? Like, yeah, you're right. All right.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, or like just social mingling. You're easy to talk to. People can relate with you. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's just how I view it.
For sure, man. And on the flip side to it, how has your ego hurt you?
Probably being a little more laid back has, I don't know, like probably in like the work area, I could have maybe grown a little faster than, like been more proactive on like moving up in the company or something like that, instead of just being more laid back and go with the flow and kind of just, you know, I don't know, be more proactive about it.
I got you.
Yeah. But you know, I'm very happy where I'm at in the work life. It's just I could, you know, be higher up if I was just if I had a different personality, maybe.
For sure. Are you still at the same place since I last seen you? Still doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been at the company for 8 years now. I have moved up from like shop to the field, and now I'm like the permit manager at our.
Oh shit!
I know, but I could have, like, if I really wanted to, I could have done like a project manager type of role or something. It's just like all the responsibility and like managing people instead of like the projects, like, or meeting. What I do is meet with jurisdictions like city inspectors and stuff like that for my company. But just managing people is just not. It's not for me, man. That's tough.
Dude, I mean, especially when like you're the kind of person who wants a good vibe all the time, it is so hard to get everybody on the same page. And like, yeah, trust me, I know.
They tried to get me to be the safety manager basically for a company, and it's like basically like the company narc kind of.
Yeah, you kind of got to be that person.
You have to call people out on stuff, but they're your homies, or you're cool with them, and I hated it, so I quickly transitioned out of that.
Oh, so you tried it for a little bit.
Yeah, I tried it for a few months and it just really wasn't for me. So I just transitioned over to the permitting side of the company.
That's good, man. And I mean, it's cool. You sound like 8 years at a company. That's a career, you know. And hopefully there's other ways. Like, I know you're comfortable where you're at, and I know that's a big part of knowing yourself, right? It's like, you know, I don't need to deal with that extra stress if I like where I'm at. But that's dope, man. I'm proud of you. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are. And
thank you. Yeah, but I mean, growth comes with going out of your comfort zone, and I know in the future that's gonna be the case. So as comfortable as I am, you know, I know there's more out there for sure. So that's down the line though. not just yet.
Yeah, man. You got time. We just turned 30, you know? Yeah. For sure, man. All right. Throw me another number.
Let's go with 21.
What is a stance on an issue that you changed your mind on? Like something where, you know, maybe you thought one way, and then after you gathered more information, you kind of like, not switch sides, but you kept an open mind, you know?
All right. About to get a little political here.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
So in Marin, it's like kind of like a liberal bubble, basically. very liberal, very left. So I grew up in that, and my company is basically all right, and I'm the only left. And it's kind of funny when I get into conversations or arguments. It's not arguments, but it's just
debate. Yeah.
Debate, yeah, or something like that with all the coworkers. Even the owner of the company kind of gives me a hard time. But I just seeing their side of everything is interesting, very interesting. It's not, like I feel like it sucks when right now you kind of have to pick sides, which I hate because I'm very in the middle. I obviously lean a little left, but I see where both sides are coming from. People always make out like, oh, if you're a Trump supporter, you're such a bad person. They're not bad people who I work with, obviously. They just have different views, man. And that really opened my eyes with having a lot of conversations with them that it's their opinion. And, I'm not going to change their opinion based off of one conversation. They're not going to change mine. It's, we come to a mutual agreement, or, just it's yeah. So
I got you, man. I got you. It's politics is one of those things for sure. Same. I grew up in San Francisco, super blue, and yeah, like with everything, especially the past year, and just growing up and paying attention to politics more, I do agree with the statement that it's less of a spectrum and more of that circle. Like the extreme left and the extreme right, they're pretty much the same people, or like,
no, yeah, exactly. We're all human. We just have different beliefs. They don't hate me because I'm left, and I don't hate them because they're right. It's just.
Yeah. I play Xbox, they play PlayStation. It's the same
thing. Yeah, exactly. But it's cross-platform, so.
Yeah.
But to put in perspective, I work out like deep East Bay, so out there is more right for sure.
I had no idea about that. Deep East Bay is more right. Oh, like
Concord, like out kind of out there.
Damn, for sure. Okay, now I know.
It's closer than you think, because you just think of California as just it's a blue state. It's not the case.
Nah, it's true, man. I remember driving up to, I just saw like super up north, close to the border, like up by Oregon. Yeah, I seen a lot of Trump billboards when I was rolling up there. And, I mean.
No, it's even up here in Petaluma, man. And people are flying their Trump 2024 flags outside their house. I'm like, that's a bit aggressive, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm not against, red at all, but like, I would hope they have a different candidate, or yeah. That's all. Like, totally. Give me somebody that I can get behind, Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't even for Biden. I was more for Bernie or even Buttigieg. I don't know if you call.
Yeah.
He was pretty progressive, which the country's not ready for. But Bernie, man, he got screwed over, I think, the first time around, and then this time also. So
yeah, and it might have been his last chance. This current one.
I know. It's a bummer, but that's just the reality of politics. I don't really agree with our whole government as a whole. So I think everyone's bought out, and it's just all a sham. They're all working together. So.
Dude, they're all about what's it called? Controlling behavior, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Exactly. I know they want the people to move and all that shit. But all right, for sure. I mean, politics we could say for like a dedicated episode around that.
I know, right? I can't go on forever about that.
Yeah. So let's move on. Give me another number.
Let's go with 17.
17. What's the best performance you've ever witnessed? It could be a concert, it could be a play. Maybe you were at a game and, you know, it was one of those moments you're like, holy shit, this is dope. Or, you know, I can't believe I just saw that kind of thing, you know?
Probably performance-wise was probably Skrillex, probably like my first rave ever that I went to, because I was rolling balls and it was just amazing. But as a whole, I'm a big festival guy. EDC, like the first time I went, was just absolutely insane. Like if you haven't done EDC, I highly recommend it.
I'm planning to, man. I have not.
It's a once in a lifetime fucking event. It's a whole just city of just good vibes and great performances, and I highly recommend it. But
for sure.
Yeah.
What's the last festival you've been to?
Lightning in a Bottle, probably 3-4 years ago, I want to say.
That's not the one by the river or nah, like.
No, it's like east of Slow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's out there. It's more about like we camped and everything. It's more about the vibes with the people that you're with than the performances and the art. There was yoga. There's, you know, cool meetings that you can go to. It's really cool. I highly recommend that as well. That was actually probably top 2 festivals that I've been to.
For sure.
Yeah.
You ever been to Burning Man?
No. My buddy actually has been to Burning Man. He went, I want to say the last 7 years.
For sure.
So he was a burner. And he's begged me to go. But it's like what, 2 weeks, and you don't shower, but it sounds really cool, you know. Just all the artwork out there. Great vibes, obviously. I don't know. I've heard great things about Burning Man. If it was a little shorter, probably I would go there. That's a process. I know people are gearing up for that thing, you know, 6-9 months in advance.
Yeah. For sure.
I know they didn't have it this year because but you remember Sam Bloom?
Of course I know Sam, man. You better tell him to come on the podcast. I would love to talk to him. Yeah.
I'll tell him. Yeah, for sure. He's gone to Burning Man like 6-7 years in a row, man.
Dude, I've probably seen him. I went for 3 years in a row at some point. So
whoa,
we were probably
really?
in the same. Yeah.
Tell me how was it then?
Dude, so I went 3 years in a row, and I do plan on going back, but I had to take a break. I'll tell you that because it was just so crazy. My first year, I was 25. One of my friends, his dad had been like a staple at Burning Man for years, and he's like, when you guys turn 25, I'll invite you with my camp and everything. So boom, we went.
That's the other thing. I didn't have I could go with his camp, but I didn't want to feel like an outsider because they've been there for so many years and all this stuff. But yeah, go on.
Oh yeah. No, I feel you on that, because I did feel like an outsider in the beginning, until like the next couple years. But yeah, so like the thing with it is that you can't do everything that you want to do in a week. You know, it's like. The reason why I kept going back was like, all right, this year I'm focused on this. This year I'm focused on this, you know? So it was very, very crazy. I'll tell you this, man, my second year, after that first year, I went really ham with the recreational, substances. And I only slept like 14 hours in like a week, dog.
There you go.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's just hard, like, especially when there's a lot of stuff that you want to do going on and you got that energy to do it. It's like, fucking, man, this is one. And I only went 1 week. I didn't go 2 weeks. 2 weeks is for like the super serious people, and much respect to them, because they go out there a week early, set everything up for the people like me to come in a week later and enjoy that shit. So yeah.
Sam's ex actually worked with Burning Man, so they had like a whole like shipping container where they had like stocked up stuff and all. It was just a whole process that I couldn't quite wrap my head around. So it was just it's a lot, but I would definitely go at least 1 year. Probably.
Dude, let me know what year you go, and I'll be there too, so we could like meet up and do shit together. But in the future, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, Burning Man's cool. Same thing. Like I'm sure Sam's told you about the art cars, basically like clubs on wheels that drive around. Everyone's super friendly. They try to like, you walking down the lanes, and they're like, hey, you want some food? And then you just come over. They'll feed you. It's like a barter system,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of good stuff out there. Once in a lifetime. You don't gotta go all the time. You don't gotta go the whole time. If you can manage to skydive into it, I think it's free. So, don't know if you ever skydove before, but
Oh no. My girl's trying to get me to fucking skydive. I will shit myself. No way.
So it's on my bucket list, but but yeah, man. Let's keep it rolling. Throw me another number.
All right. Let's go with 10.
10. All right. If you could get one answer from the universe, what would it be?
Oh man. One answer from the universe. How long? Probably. That's a question. I would want to know how long the Earth has left of like sustainable, like how we're all living kind of thing. Because I feel like we're really burning through fossil fuels and just the environment and the ocean and everything like that, just so I could know that my kids are in the future, have a home, life just like how we're living. They don't have to go through any crazy times or anything like that, or but yeah.
That's a tough one, man. Like, it is kind of depressing to hear, like, how fucked we are when it comes to the climate and just the way we're living. It's like, and I see like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, but it's not gonna matter. Like, that's also.
I just watched a documentary on how we're just destroying the ocean, and it started with dolphins and then whales and then overfishing and the coral reefs. It just started snowballing, and it made me feel like, oh my god, we're gonna have nothing left in 40 years.
That's what they said. It was like 40 years. Oh man,
it felt like that. Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
But it just we gotta find some more sustainable solutions, I think, for how we're all living, or cut back on certain things. We don't need to gorge ourselves on
so many plastics, man. So many plastics. That's one of the things that.
Yeah.
And I heard the whole like recycling bin thing that we're doing, and I know we've been doing since I was a kid, isn't really changing much. And what then? Why are we like?
No, my girl just told me that if you put all your recyclings in like a plastic bag and like tie it up like the garbage, they don't even sort it. They just throw it out because they don't want to. You have to put it in like in all like dump it in individually. I just learned that like a week ago. I was like, oh.
Dude, yeah.
oh my God, like, what are we doing? So it's,
And that goes in with politics, man. It goes in with politics. That goes in with, you know, how they want to change our behavior and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of cooks in the kitchen, right? And that's that's never
Exactly.
always a good thing.
yeah,
So,
no, never.
yes.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians, for sure. It's
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's a good saying too. Nah, I mean, I feel like a lot of my workplaces, the bigger the corporation, then the more that statement rings true. It sucks. It's like, oh, we could make these small changes that's going to improve morale, going to improve productivity, but because one person says this is the right way and another person says this is the right way, like, it's, yo, it's just fucked up. But
yeah.
yeah. Cool, man. Keep it going.
All right. Number. Let's go with number 3.
3. Go with, what do you wish people knew about you? You know, like that first impression where you don't really got to explain yourself at all. You just be like, oh, I'm glad you knew that about me already, you know, type deal.
That hopefully just a down-to-earth, easy to talk to kind of guy, not confrontational. Just, got my shit together. Not trying to prove, anything over anybody.
Have you had any issues of people not seeing that? Or like they judge you that opposite way? Like,
not recently, no. I mean, back like maybe earlier 20s or something like that, it was like everyone graduating from college and everything, and then I was working throughout that whole time because I never graduated. It was just like, oh, what degree did you get? What company are you working at? Like, what corporation? Like, big time, It's just like, no, I'm just working construction and stuff like that. And I don't know. It was just
I got you.
A little humbling, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, comparisons, man. Comparisons are gonna make you kind of feel shitty, and
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, they're just asking questions, but it just made me feel shitty because it was just like, no, I'm not on that level, kind of thing. So
I don't know if you've seen that Kevin Hart thing about, like, I think it was Kevin Hart. I can't remember, but he was talking about how, like, that one person in a group of friends that doesn't have the money like everybody else does, so they're always like, like, oh wait, we going out again? And like, I don't think I can go this time, but
yeah, exactly.
Nah, sure. Man, I definitely feel that way. Like, I mean, I'm happy for my friends' successes and stuff, for sure.
Totally.
But it's just, damn, like, it is motivating and it is humbling, to be like, I'm not where I thought I was, or, like, it sucks to think of it as a race, or like, something where I feel like I need to keep up. And it also sucks that if you're not keeping up, then those group of friends kind of change too, right? At least for me, it feels that way, but
totally. Yeah, me and a lot of my boys from high school have drifted, for sure, because we're just we're on our own path now, and we're different areas. Some are down in San Diego, LA, Sacramento, lawyers, doctors, you name it. So it's just this is life, though. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I mean, the thing about drifting apart, what's also cool about it is, I don't know for you, but I would imagine so, that when you do come back together, it's like little has changed, right? Like, when I see you, man, I see my college roommate, you feel me? I don't see this manager, you feel me? Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, it was definitely it was refreshing seeing like me. I can't believe we ran into each other at the club. That was really cool, honestly, and catching up and everything. And then I went back there, bro. Like right when I stopped, and I was just like, "Yo, where's Jan?" They're like, "No, he doesn't work here anymore." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, yeah. Cause honestly, like in my mind, I was smoking too much. Being in that environment is really hard not to do it.
Totally,
And
totally.
yeah. So I had to make a decision for myself and kind of like move on. However, now that I have a better state of mind, I feel like if I did get back into the industry, I could keep the balance a little bit better.
Hmm.
And that's something that who knows. I'm open to like partnerships and whatnot. If there's any companies out there that want me to host anything, that would be dope as hell. But I would have to really like keep a hard line of that balance, because now that I'm more sober than I am high, it's like it's I'd rather be sober most of the time. So
Totally. Moderation is the key of life. So
no doubt. Yeah, man. Keep it rolling. Go ahead, throw me another number.
let's do 23.
What do you feel like you've taken for granted?
Um, probably where I've grown up. Honestly, I've just really grown up in a great household, great environment. Wealthy. So that's just been super lucky of me. Obviously I didn't get to choose. It's just but I definitely took it for granted. I thought, early on, my late teens, I thought, the world was just going to be given to me. And, just like, everything that was, given to me growing up, it was just, it was easy. And then, late high school, college hit, and things started to, actually slap me in the face. Life.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're good. You gotta work for it. Nothing's given to you for free, and all this stuff. And it's, I definitely took that for granted. I could have done more with that, I feel like, looking back on it. But yeah. That's
for sure, man. And I was just gonna add that, like, because you're aware of that, I feel like that's one of those lessons you may instill in your kids. It's like don't take shit for granted.
Like I said, hard work is the backbone of success, I feel like. So I'm gonna instill that in my kids for sure.
No doubt. Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like there's a long list of things I've taken for granted. I mean, for me, most I took for granted that college time for sure.
Oh man, no, yeah, mine was short lived, and oh man, I wish I could go back. It was so fun, but yeah, I definitely took that for granted. Definitely.
Yeah.
And friendships and everything like that. We could have, obviously stayed closer, kept in more touch, and
we're doing it now. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I mean, we could have started a business while playing video games and stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's smoking some hookah, playing some Madden or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, shit, man. Like, it sucks. I every, like, I would say 3 or 4 years, I get that itch to play video games again, and I'll be like, all right, I'll download Madden or whatever, and then I'll play, and then I'll be like, okay, this is fun, but damn, it's taking up a lot of my time. Like, I feel like I need to be doing something. That's. I wish I could enjoy video games the same way, but it definitely doesn't. Feels like, I mean, I'm not making money off it. I'm not like learning anything new, but you know.
You should become a streamer then, man. That's where all the video game money is at right now.
Dude, but you know me, man.
You'd be entertaining too.
You think so? You think so? Because
yeah, I mean, you got to talk to chat and everything like that. You know, I'll watch some streamers nowadays playing some Call of Duty or something like that. But
for sure,
you got to be entertaining. That's the key to it. You don't even have to be good at the game, honestly.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you had to be. I was thinking to myself, if I was gonna stream my Madden games, I have to make sure that like I'm at least good and I can like talk what my strategy is and like what I'm doing. Because I think that's what people are interested in. But yeah, if I don't have to be good and just have to be entertaining, then
yeah. Good comes with entertainment. It's a healthy balance, obviously.
I got you.
But you can't take it. I don't know. I feel like you can't take it too seriously with that kind of thing. Otherwise people would just find you. In my opinion.
I got you. I got you.
At the same time, but no, I feel you on the video games. I play every once in a while, but not not like I used to. Obviously, like for hours and hours. So
yeah. For hours and hours, man. That was college. That was college.
Yeah.
Do you play on console, PC?
Console. I still have a PS4. I was trying to get a PS5, but those things are like impossible to get. So
yeah, they'll be available eventually, because it's always those first year. I mean, I'm surprised it's been 1 year and like it's still hard to find, because usually it's just at that launch. But
I know. I thought after Christmas it would like slow down, but no, people are still.
There's not even games for it, right? There's not like crazy games yet, so
No, not really. I think it's just PS4 games that you can play on PS5 and all that stuff. So.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I love that. I always wanted a system that could play all the games from back in the day, and I just have to get the games, and they still haven't figured out a way to do that, which. Frustrating, but hopefully one day.
Yeah.
All right, man, just a heads up, we got about like 10-15 minutes left in the podcast, so let's knock out a couple more numbers.
Cool.
Throw me another one.
Let's go with 31.
If you could talk to your 13-year-old self, what would you say?
Oh man, I would say focus up and don't worry about the fucking petunias out there, dude. Focus up, man. That's where crunch time starts. I feel like with school and learning, and don't get so into like the social aspect of high school and everything like that, or middle school, wherever you're at. But grades really set you up to get to the next level. Even though I didn't choose that path, it's just it's like a highway to get into where you want to get. Especially if you know your path and what you want to do. I know there's a bunch of people that in college changed their major or thought they liked what they did, and then figured out junior or third or fourth year or whatever that this isn't for them, and then they're freaking out, and they got all this college debt with a major that they don't like, but just focus up, and that's what I would tell myself for sure.
Dope, man. Do you think your 13-year-old self would have listened?
No. which is funny because oh man, like I said, I was just running around with my head cut off back then. You couldn't tell me much. I was I don't know. It was hard to get through to me back then for serious advice, I think.
No, I feel you, man. I mean, like kids, or when I was a kid, I felt like I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I want. No one's gonna tell me anything else. oh yeah, you could tell me to work hard. I feel like I'm working hard already. You know,
Yeah.
you can you could tell me to do extra stuff. Like I feel like I'm doing enough.
No, I'm gonna start you and work less now. You know, it's just like that kind of attitude. But you know, that's just your typical teenager. So they think they're on top of the world. They think they know everything. They don't know shit. It's funny.
Now, have you ever met a kid that you felt like, oh, that kid knows his shit or her shit?
Yeah, one of my friends, he was probably one of the smartest kids I knew. But he had a head on his shoulders, and very, you know, socially aware. You know, he's one of the popular kids, but just super smart, and knew the direction that he wanted to go, and just was focused, but very, you know, had a good time at the same time. So I was very, very envious of him, envious, and yeah, you know.
Yeah. No, when I seen this kid on Shark Tank, you know, doing his bow tie business, and I was like, damn it, man.
Show all the time.
Yeah, Shark Tank is dope, man. I'll be thinking like, would I invest in that? Would I do that? You know, type shit like that. Yeah, Shark Tank's entertaining.
Great ideas for sure.
Hopefully, if I have a great idea, I'm gonna try to get on there. I'll probably get like eaten out though. I gotta like find a. Damn, I didn't mean to say it that way. But yeah. You know what you guys know what I meant. But eating up. There you go. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just envisioning what it'd be like to be on that stage, trying to get these millionaires to be like. Actually, I'd be there just like for mentorship. Like, yo, like you don't gotta give me money, but if you can just kind of like work with me and like help me find a path, that'd be dope as hell. Yeah, but I'd be asking for their time, and I know they want that time to be money. So, but yeah,
you're doing your thing with, you know, Hella Hungry and your podcast and everything like that. So
yeah, it's a marathon. I gotta keep that in mind.
No, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, man. All right, throw me one more number.
All right. Let's go with our age, 30.
30. All right.
30.
What is an example of a time in your life when you got into good trouble? You know, something that maybe had left you with a good memory, even though maybe it wasn't like the best idea.
Good trouble. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Okay. No worries. Feel free to skip it.
There's obviously life lessons for every time you get in trouble. But I can't tell if they were good or not. Like, I don't know.
That's
yeah, let's pass that one.
all right. No worries. Let me switch it up for you. What keeps you grounded? You said you were down to earth, and you're like, yeah. What keeps you there?
What keeps me grounded? But, probably just the path that I've taken, honestly. Just like I said, from the company that I've been with, I started at the very, very bottom. And I was a little shop worker, green as hell. You could just, I didn't know a nut from a bolt to a hand wrench or anything like that. Had to work my way up, finally got into the field. And you know, I was just an open book, just, you know, teach me everything that you guys know. And yeah, like it's a process.
For sure. Yeah. All right. I mean, definitely the path I've taken definitely keeps me grounded too, man. Yeah, I'm not on any fast track, and I know it's gonna be a long grind, and yeah, that's gonna definitely make me just feel like, it's gonna keep me pushing on the ground floor instead of like feeling like, inflating my ego basically, or making me think I'm some big shot. Nah, this is not the industry to do that, or like the process to do it. But yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. So we're getting to the concluding question, and before we get there, just want to thank you again for your time. Thank you for your support, and yeah, just thank you for being a part of my life, man. I value everyone that's come in, and you came in my life at a very fun time, and definitely contributed to those times for sure.
Oh, definitely.
All right, man. So the final question is, what is the greatest lesson you've learned thus far? I know you've kind of sprinkled in some of the lessons you've already learned. So if anything, just one more lesson that you might have learned.
Greatest lesson would probably be just hard work. Honestly, I really, like, I hate to harp on it, but it really has molded me into who I am, and it's nothing to take for granted, because hard work is really what gets you to where you're at. So I would say that, and hard work, I guess.
Hey, man, because you mentioned it so many times, that's how it's real. It's the real thing that keeps you focused and keeps you going. Don't feel bad about repeating yourself. I think it just it builds the importance of that lesson. So, I need to take that into account for myself and everybody out there. Remember to work hard. I feel you. Nothing in life comes easy. I mean, unless, you get really lucky with a lot of things. But even when you have luck and you have something, you can lose it. And you're going to end up,
for sure. Yeah.
You're going to end up working hard anyway. There's going to be a point in everyone's life where you got to put something in to get something out. And yeah, it's just a matter of time. But sure, man.
Definitely.
Cool. It's tough for me I've never found a smooth way to end these recordings yet. Yeah, there's no crazy sign off or anything. I'm trying to figure out what my signature is.